Hey Garnet, let's do this quest.
Hey, which game, man?
Burning Crusade.
Cool, which quest?
The one with the dwarf.
Oh, yeah, alright. It's on it.
Well, hello, Mr. Dual Wielding 2 games with another game backlog.
Sup, Scooter?
I have another game to add your backlog for nostalgia factor. I know you love your childhood hero, Nancy Drew. I was more of a Hardy Boys kind of fellow myself, with a little bit of Encyclopedia Brown.
Did this just come out? So, what's up?
So, you're wowing. I haven't gotten a beta yet, but I do see you're playing FF12, which I have played. FF12. Great FF or greatest FF?
How about greatest FF
Hey,
ever?
whatever. I'm sick of this. I'm over it. Shut up. You're an idiot. I'm so tired of this conversation. I'm tired of you.
Is this a... Oh,
Shane, just driving me crazy.
rage?
Yeah, we're just bitching and moaning about Final Fantasy XII as usual. Because the levels are so
But don't
big.
you think like sitting there and just plotting and sitting there and waiting for everything to happen gets old after a while too? Like in the old Final Fantasy?
Turn-based battles don't have to be slow. Like 10-2 is not slow, and 10 was a little slow, but it was so strategic that I found regular combat to be challenging and interesting.
Yeah, I don't like gambits. It makes the game unplay. It plays for itself. No, it doesn't. It's just like a little bit more enjoyable and like fast paced. It speeds up the game. And I know some people are like, well, I just want it to be like old school Final Fantasy. Well,
In this game, regular combat was never challenging, never interesting, and then when I got to boss battles, they were like too hard because you're so used to using your gambits.
but see, that's the thing. The more you play the game, the gambits, like you certainly learn how, like which gambits work. You get more of them. The boss battles actually become really fun. So by the end of the game, like, and you feel like you should have an RPG, like a total badass. Okay, you don't really understand the gambit system at first, but then when you start to get the hang of it, by the time I got to the end of the game, like, okay, I had these 8 gambits set up for each character, and they knew in this situation, this was like their protocol. They go, well, step A, step B, step 3, C. So they knew what they were like. They knew what to do in the right situations.
Because even with your 8 or up to 12 gambit situations set up, they're not set up for every situation. You're constantly adjusting, changing.
I can see why
on the
some
fly,
people might not like it, or it'll take them a while to get used to, because it's strategy. It's like a whole another layer of strategy, but it's dressed up as like or as management.
It just felt so good at the very end.
I
Like,
think Shane doesn't really like it because
Shane
he's not really.
Shane doesn't like change.
Yeah,
that's Shane's problem.
and he's not really an MMO guy like kind of we are. The encounters aren't random anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Time to move on.
It's daunting until you understand it,
Right.
and then like once you get the hang of it, it's like, okay, it takes you 5 seconds to change what you want to do, and like you have one guy automatically steal while another guy is your heal person. It's like
You want an old school 5F game? There's 11 of them.
Yeah, and they're all being remade.
Yeah,
So
and the thing is, like, you can turn the system where so like you basically can pause the action at any time and like kind of tell this guy to do that. So you kind of do have that option.
you can old schoolify it.
You can, you can old school file to a degree.
I don't think the problem is with the gambit system necessarily. I think it's more with the underlying battle system, and like it's unbalanced, and the special attacks like missed attacks are useless, summons are useless. Usually in Final Fantasy, if you go out of your way to get something, like in Final Fantasy VII, like Knights of the Round, it's so powerful. You know, it takes a ton of effort to get it, but it's worth it. In this, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
He doesn't like change, but yet he sees the Lost Odyssey trailer, which is all about not changing, and he's hating on that. he likes being contrarian.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
like,
what it is.
he did hate on Lost Odyssey, and I'm like, it's basically old school RPG. That's maybe I'm getting tired of going from point A to point B and having stuck in like these kind of long-winded battles. And for me, it was kind of the change of pace I was looking for.
For me, the long-winded was the dungeons themselves. Like
The dungeons were awesome. The dungeons were beautiful. They were huge, expansive. Like. it reminds me how good a PS2 game can look. I mean, that game is absolutely gorgeous. From like the dungeons, they just like feel huge, and like the world just feels so different and alive.
They're
And
at the top
the
of the
towns,
CG
I
game.
mean, the cities. I mean, they're
The
phenomenal.
City of Arcadia.
You don't want like cool looking dungeons. You want them to look good. You want to like be challenged by like going through them. Like
I don't want to feel like I'm a rat in a maze in these repetitive, empty, giant, sprawling dungeons. They're not well.
For me, I think another thing that shows that the franchise is evolving is the story. Like, what next thing you're gonna tell me? Like, you didn't like the story?
I like the story, but the characters aren't quite as engaging as like Final Fantasy
But
X.
who cares? Like, I don't like.
Everybody
It's
cares.
a different story. Like, it's definitely more of an adult story. It's like political and. For the first time in Final Fantasy, yeah, it's more mature, and like now I don't have to worry about just like this little fucking guy who looks like a girl,
Hey,
but
you're
just
saying
wants to be.
Vaughn looks like a dude?
Whatever.
Who's even the main character? Ash, maybe?
Who cares? It's not more about the characters. It's more about a world. Like
About
I care.
politics and like, you know.
But the thing is, the more you play the game, it's more about Ash. It ends up being more about her, and you do have a connection to her. It's like Vaughn, like he's almost like kind of like the witness who's kind of there for the ride, which is kind of
all your party members are involved in the story, but they aren't the story.
Yeah, but it's just not as like forced as other Final
Not as
Fantasy.
relatable. You don't feel like much of a connection to these characters.
Whatever. I'm so sick of this fucking conversation. I'm out of here. I'm done talking about Final Fantasy. I'm so tired. It is like, I mean, like, it sounds so cliche, but it's a great way to go out on the PS2 for Final Fantasy. Just it is phenomenal.
It's a great
And
send-off.
every single time, like every hour, it would get better and better and better and better for me. And like I remember, sitting here cranking at midnight playing this game and not even caring. Like I was during some deadline, and I was sitting here just playing. I was sick as a dog, and I was playing it. I did wanted to keep playing, and didn't want to write my review. So something's a great game when you're sad that it's over.
Exactly. So I guess we're all in agreement then. FF12 is the bomb.
It is the greatest, mayhap.
Mayhap.
Now I gotta go play Burning Crusade and make my character
right. Get in
poor
the
man's
beta.
Kate Blanchett. That'll be my character.
See you, Scoot.
Later.
Garnet, it's Quest.